Happy Friday and happy 50th Vlogaversary. That's right, 50 episodes later. I can't believe it. It's been truly enlightening to do this every day, I have to say, and I haven't been doing it on the weekends. Every once in a while, I'll throw one in when I'm inspired, but I'm trying to just do it Monday through Friday through the business week, and happy that it's only 4 o'clock and I'm able to do this with you today, because there has been some good, some bad, some ugly, and OMG, if I'm not going to shout out my friend Deb Ward today. My friend Deb Ward. Let me tell you about Deb Ward before we get into it. So when I managed a pediatric practice, years and years ago, in the medical industry, to even consider doing anything on social media, years and years ago, I'm not talking about now, it was almost unheard of, right? And my old boss said, you know what, Sharon, you really need to meet Deb Ward. You know, she seems to know a thing or two about this kind of stuff. And Deb Ward brought her wonderful son to the practice, and she came by and we talked about Facebook, right? And isn't that funny that now today we're still very friendly. She sold my house because she's an amazing realtor, told me the truth about how to sell my house, which is to price it correctly and not let the person that owns it, like me, be too personal about it and romantic. She just gave me the real deal. So if you're Deb Ward, my one viewer, shout out to you, baby. And if it's not you, hi. It's always nice to see that I have at least one viewer. So I look very pale today if you're watching, and my hair is a little raggedy. It's been pretty humid here in Florida, and I don't really care because I really had a great day, considering all of the fun interludes that happened. I had a great day, and I know exactly why I had a great day. It is because I started my day with Dr. Claudia Cook, one of my absolute favorite physicians that I coach. She's in New York City, integrative medicine doctor, and she's just a joy. She just got back from doing this like 8-day hike in Spain. She's pretty incredible. And I get to listen to her and give her some insight about business, and we just really enjoy talking to each other. So what a great way to start the day. And then I got to go on my bicycle. And if you've been tuning in, you've heard me talk about my beloved bike. And I rode over the bridge and went to my favorite spot on Howard Place, and love it there. I've been going there since right before I started the business, the Dr. Whisperer, and just a place where I've gotten clarity and put out some visions that I have for the rest of my life. This spot in particular is where I used to want to build a house with my husband and Cooper and Charlie Brown and Wayla, the whole family. But now I don't really want to live on the water because meeting David Houle scares me. He's a futurist. You should just look him up. I'm not going to get into David Houle and who he is right now, but know that I am aware of climate change in a big way. Okay. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's my little topic today. So the good I told you about, and then it extended, my good extended. I had a 10 o'clock meeting with a fine gentleman that owns a magazine locally, and well, he owns a local magazine, but he doesn't live local. So I certainly did not think that he would be late or whatever because he had to drive from far away. So I was there on time and I rushed to get there, and then he didn't show up. So you would think that I would be really mad about that, but I really wasn't. I don't know. I always have a great attitude when I get to ride my bike first. So I was like, okay, well, he's not coming. Turns out he thought the meeting was at 11. He called me, and I've gotten to a place in my life, in my personal world and in my business world, that I'm just like a truth slayer. So I don't pull any punches anymore. I just get right to it. So I thought it was a little interesting, not strange, but interesting, because I'm the health and wellness editor of DuPont, hence where my loyalty is right now, and hopefully for a very long time in the future. So I thought it was strange that he wanted to meet with me, because I would assume he wants to get to my clients, which is really what everybody wants from me. The doctor whisperer, how do I get past the gatekeeper? And he actually said those words to me. So because we got on the phone and didn't have this meeting, I said, let's just have the meeting on the phone right now. I was driving to another meeting in Featherstone, and he told me all about what he wanted. And then I gave him a little dose of reality. So for him, I guess it wasn't bad. It was a little bit ugly, but I always frame it in a very positive way. So I'm like, okay, here's the deal. I'm not really sure what your motive is. You do know I'm the health and wellness editor of DuPont, right? And he said, no, I don't know that. So there goes my philosophy about nobody researching anybody before they have a meeting with them. You never meet with anybody until you look them up. Just look them up. So what I explained to him was that he wanted the meeting with me, and he screwed up the time, which is fine. Totally over that. Mistakes happen. I get that. And I've done it myself. Okay, only one time in 4 years, but I've done it myself. And, I said, you probably should have looked that up first, because I'm not really sure why I would offer my clients to you. I would want them to advertise in that magazine, because that's where my loyalty is. I'm a super loyal person to a fault, okay? So that's, that was the first part of the conversation. But I listened to all the things that he wanted, and I commend him for going for it and just asking for them. But then I explained to him how I felt about people today that want from me without offering me any kind of value. I actually had to say, well, what would be in it for me if I was to just introduce you to these people that I've worked so hard to form relationships with? What's in it for me? You see, I would start with that. And that's what I told him. I said, I didn't ask for the meeting, but if I was to ask for the meeting and then I wanted to ask for something as valuable as getting past this gatekeeper that I get to hear about all the time, I would offer something. I would say, hey, maybe I'll give you an ad, or maybe, I'll give you a spa gift certificate, or a gift certificate to dinner. Who knows? But just to come out without knowing me at all and what I do, just asking me for that, kudos to you for being so ballsy. But that's not my tactic. I am of the philosophy of Gary V. Always give value, 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 value. And then if I need it, I'm going to ask for it. So I said, most people want to meet with me. I'm not calling people and asking to meet with them because I don't want anything. But if you want something from me, maybe you should wrap it up with a little value first. Okay, so moving on. The next, so then I met with my operations manager, Terry, who I adore, and Deb Ward, if you're listening, he's Irish, okay? So I'm not messing around here, sticking with the Irish. And he is incredible. He did a great job with doing this whole budgeting and forecasting and, just keeping me accountable and planning for the future. I was so grateful for that meeting, and I'm going to tell him that later. I did say thank you, but I don't think I expressed it enough. It was really so great. And we sat at Luna Restaurant in the Hilton, where I spent my wedding night, by the way. So I love to have meetings there. It's always, and I got to see my friend John, who is the general manager. And anyway, it was really awesome. And then I got a voicemail from somebody who obviously doesn't know me very well, because there's something about telling somebody what to do that, and I really hate when people do really cryptic stuff and they don't say exactly what happened. Don't you hate when people post stuff on Facebook like, I'm having the worst day ever? Like, then just don't even bother. Just say what it is. So I'm not going to put this person out on blast, okay? But this person called me, who I don't really know, but all of a sudden wants to be that, hey girl, hey. And I don't know you. Like, I took you to lunch a few times and I gave you some of my clients to advertise, like, and now you want stuff from me. So this person went and met with my client today, and my client did the right thing and sent her to me, which I've asked him to do with everybody, because I'm like the bodyguard. I'm the gatekeeper, okay, people, for my clients. And yeah, you know, she did exactly what I thought she would do. And she told me what to do in a voicemail. She told me to take off a certain hat and put on a different one. And I thought that was pretty comical. Then she left me a message on Facebook telling me that she left me a voicemail and to call her. It's unbelievable because, like, I might be busy doing other things. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to me. People, when you own a business, there's a lot of etiquette that goes along with it. So, sticking to this wonderful theme, the good, the bad, the ugly, I would say that last part that I just laid upon you, that was ugly. But the good part about that is that I don't react to that. Something happened to me last night I didn't react to. I don't need to react. I am very self-aware, and I'm so grateful because I have learned so many lessons through my life in business and, you know, working with women, working with men, standing up for yourself, being honest, not being afraid, that there's really nothing that anybody could say or do that's going to shake me. And I'm very happy about that. I don't have to react today. And guess what? If you're listening, and you know who you are if you are, but you're probably not because I only have one viewer. Good chance that that viewer is Deb Ward. Or maybe Sarah. I wish I knew. I have 2 viewers now. Hey. So if this person ever listens, I hope they know who they are and they correct their behavior. Just try your best to not tell people what to do, and also try your best not to use people. It's probably not good because, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this a lot in his vlogs and his podcasts, because I listen to all and I've read his books. You know, the smart people are going to be they're going to be on to you. And I just feel like I'm on to that. Like I can sniff it out miles and miles away, but I'm always going to be friendly and cordial. And I'm always going to treat you with respect. I'm just probably not ever going to do business with you. That's all. Because I do believe that doing the right thing and doing good for other people and really just not taking advantage and all those things that I was taught as a very little girl from Marie and Charlie Cuthbert, I apply to my life and in my business. So I'm going to keep doing that. So the good, the bad, the ugly. Well, happy flippin' 50th vlogaversary. That's a tough one to say. Vlogaversary to me and to you. And thanks for watching. And I hope that this was valuable to you, because I really do only care about giving value. And if there is ever something that you want me to discuss or talk about, you know, putting it on the comments isn't going to help because I don't know how to read them while I'm live vlogging. That's number one. But you could always reach out, SharonFeckety@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to discuss whatever it is that your little heart desires. So here's to 50 more. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm really excited for it. Enjoy Father's Day and enjoy Bel Air coffee, cars and coffee with DuPont on Sunday morning if you want to come, because I'm going to be wearing my DuPont hat this weekend because I like that hat. Wink, wink. Ciao.